Namo Amituofo Buddha. Hello everyone. So today I'd like to share a very incredible and auspicious rebirth case. It's the rebirth case of Wei Guoxing. And what's so special about this rebirth case was that it was witnessed by more than 1,500 people, and also more than 300 people outside the temple also saw Amitabha Buddha, Guanyin, and Dashizhi on the sky to came to receive lay Buddhist Wei Guoxing. So I also received a few comments on the channel saying, how do you know those people actually saw rebirth to the Pure Land? And how do you know if they had not committed suicide so they know the time of their death? So I trust these people who have such comments, most likely they have not really watched all the rebirth videos that I posted under the playlist Rebirth Cases. So how do you know if this is not suicide? Have you seen anybody who commit suicide by just sitting in meditation? Right? Usually if someone commits suicide, they need to, use a knife to cut themselves or to drink some poison. I don't know what kind of ways people may commit suicide. But these people, they have not done anything to themselves. Not only they know the time of their rebirth, and also beforehand they would tell you in advance they have seen Amitabha Buddha or the Bodhisattvas who came to tell them the time of their rebirth. And also on the day of their rebirth, they go with a very peaceful, calming and smiling face. No one who commits suicide would go like that. Their body is completely soft. The face is very calm, and sometimes even with a smile. And the face looked like as if it was still alive, or even much better than before. So this is absolutely not suicide. This is definitely rebirth to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. And if you have doubts about other videos, so some rebirth cases are more obvious than others. And then this case, I trust it can eliminate your doubt about the existence of Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. And there are indeed many people, particularly in China, have already sought rebirth to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. So, lay Buddhist Wei Guoxing's rebirth case happened in 2003, the 5th day of the 2nd lunar month, in Fochen Temple in Sichuan Province, Mianyang, Qingyi County. So it was the last day of the Foqi retreat, 7 days nearful retreat, which commonly held in many temples all across China. On the last day of the Foqi, Wei Guoxing sought rebirth to the Pure Land by sitting in meditation, and he sought rebirth exactly at 12 o'clock noon, the same time as what he told others beforehand. And this Foqi retreat was actually specifically held for Wei Guoxing because not long before, Wei Guoxing told the monk in the temple that Amitabha Buddha and the Bodhisattvas have come to tell him he will be received by them in a few days. And after the monk from the temple heard this, he was very happy and he said, how about we held a 7 days retreat for you so many people can witness this auspicious event. So that's why they held this Foqi retreat specifically for Wei Guoxing. And there were more than 1,500 people who witnessed the auspicious rebirth of Wei Guoxing, and also more than 300 people who stood outside the temple saw in the sky the manifestation of Amitabha Buddha, Guanyin, and Dashizhi came to receive Wei Guoxing on the temple. And also there was wonderful fragrance that pervaded the temple for a very long time during the time of his rebirth. So Wei Guoxing was born in 1927 in Sichuan Province, Mianyang. He was a very honest person and he used to be a carpenter. In 1997, he took the 3 refuges and 5 precepts and started to study Buddhism. For more than 5 years, he single-mindedly practicing the Pure Land Dharma. He would kneel for and also listen to Pure Land Dharma talks and also read the sutras. He also cultivated the 10 good deeds, the 6 parameters, and generated the unsurpassed bodhicitta. So not only he practiced Nianfo for himself, he will also widely share this Nianfo Dharma with as many people as possible through printing out sutras and distributing them for free, and also sending out Amitabha Buddha statues. He will also rescue animals and set lives free. He extensively made offerings to many people. So this is really the kind of cultivation for people who can attain the highest grade of rebirth. So for people who want to attain the highest grade of rebirth, one should generate the unsurpassed bodhicitta and also to cultivate the 10 good deeds, to have the compassionate heart and refrain from killing. In 2002, at the age of 75, he was diagnosed with esophageal cancer. He knew that this had to be the manifestation of his bad karma from the past, and his family insisted to send him to the hospital for treatment, but he rejected, and he said, "If I were to live in a hospital, I would like to live in Amitabha Buddha's hospital." So he went to the Fortune Temple and asked the monk there, the monk's name was called Dexing Shifu, and asked him what he should do now. And Dexing Shifu said, "Why don't you Nianfo single-heartedly? And if you still have more time here on earth, then maybe your illness will be recovered. And if you don't, then maybe you will be able to know the time of your rebirth. You can show many people Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land is indeed real." So after Wei Guoxing heard this, he smiled and decided to stay in the temple to single-heartedly Nianfo even more diligently. And he will also read the Infinite Life Sutra and the Siddhigarbha Sutra. Now, it's not a must for one to read the sutras to go to the Pure Land, but some people, they also prefer to read the sutras, particularly the Pure Land sutras. It's also a way for them to deepen their faith and vow. So everyone is different, and one can choose whichever method that is most suitable. So depending on people's preferences. On the 25th day of the first lunar month in 2003, Wei Guoxing told the monk in the temple that he has saw Amitabha Buddha, Guanyin, and Dashiji菩萨to came to tell him that they will come to receive him in a few days. And the monk, upon hearing this, was very happy and said, "Well, if you have such good cultivation, we will specifically hold a 4-qi 7 days Nianfo retreat for you to invite many people to come to witness this auspicious event. In that way, it can also help spread the Pure Land Dharma, so many people will gain faith in Amitabha Buddha." And Wei Guoxing agreed. So if you have relatively good cultivation with sincere faith and vow towards seeking rebirth to the Pure Land, then you will be able to know the time of your rebirth in advance. And you can also tell people about it to come to witness your rebirth, so more people can gain faith in Amitabha Buddha and the Pure Land. And this is exactly what happened to Wei Guoxing. So he decided that on the last day of the Nianfo retreat, he will seek rebirth to the Pure Land, and the time will be 12 o'clock. During the time of the retreat, he will also give Dharma talks to tell people to let go of their attachment to the Sattva world, to practice generosity, to practice good deeds, to Nianfo with faith and vow, to seek rebirth to Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. My talk, maybe many people have heard it, so I must complete the 4-qi retreat. Why this day? Because some suffering sentient beings said, "You say study Buddhism is good. Why is it good? You say study Buddhism can help us transcend birth and death to attain freedom. How? Show me." I'll just show you. If I can't do it, Buddhists don't lie. This time I'll complete my study. These suffering sentient beings are confused. We only have 11 hours left. I love to give. Everywhere I share the teachings, I always give. Many people have doubts. They doubt about this truth. What do you say I don't believe? Then this month, the 5th of the second lunar month, with the last effort, I invite all of you to come and see. Some people even say, is this old man's cycle? I say, this is real. I report to you. Why I do this? All beings in the world should learn to let go. So you can dress, you can take a bath. I want to have this formality. Why? I need to live in this temple for 7 days. Every day I recite sutras, pay repentance, nianfo, standing and walking. But I tell these people, many people came to see if it's a joke. Tomorrow the 5th in the afternoon, we will have the closing ceremony. I hope everyone won't think this temple is a superstition. Buddha Dharma is education. Education to help us walk on the right path, to refrain from evil, to cultivate good, to pay filial piety to the parents, to pay respect to the teachers. The best kindness is our filial piety. The worst evil is lust. Nowadays, the society is like an entertainment town. All the monks, lay Buddhists, teachers, Dharma friends, everyone, today is the day of my rebirth. This 40th rebirth retreat is now complete. Today is the day I bid farewell. Thank you everyone for your caring. After the closing ceremony, everyone sent Wei Guoxing to the rebirth hall. He was still offering incense 20 minutes before his rebirth. A miracle happened. Wei Guoxing indeed saw rebirth exactly at 12 o'clock noon by sitting in meditation on the 5th day of the second lunar month in 2003. He saw rebirth peacefully. At that time, more than 300 people saw Amitabha Buddha, Guanyin, and Dashizhi Pusa appear on the sky of Fortune Temple, and a wonderful fragrance pervaded the entire temple.